Huge if true. The walls are closing in after a bombshell BuzzFeed report. The walls are closing in. Welcome back, Michael Cernovich, CERNOVICH.com. If you're an angry MAGA cult person, you're going to be triggered right now because you don't get the joke, because you're not intelligent, because you're a buffoon. The joke is that we've heard a million times these cliches. The walls are closing in. Bombshell, the latest bombshell. So if you're a Trump supporter and you're all angry, you're just you've proven that you're too stupid to watch my videos because you can't even get obvious references. Boomers, probably most of you are boomers about that. But anyway, let's talk about the BuzzFeed report. What is true, what isn't, a lot of the issues with the report, or rather the reporting. So the BuzzFeed report has let's see, there's a problem. There's a few problems with it. But one, I do happen to know that how BuzzFeed analyzes stories, and they are pretty strict. The issue with BuzzFeed, and this is self-inflicted, is that they run so much social justice warrior garbage that if they run something real, people are like, it's just BuzzFeed. So, for example, BuzzFeed once wrote an article that I was a Assad apologist. I read the article. I was like, wait, what is this? And the reporter said, because I didn't want the U.S. to have a war with Syria, then I was apologizing for Assad, even though I said in a video that I think Assad is a dictator, but he's better than the rest. So I think that maybe the reporter who wrote that was paid by Turkey, because if you want Syria to fall, then you're a Turkey apologist. See how this game works. So anyway, that's all self-inflicted, and that's why a lot of people don't trust them, because they really do run some just absolute garbage, gutter tier kind of stuff. However, a story this magnitude would bypass the usual procedures. The usual procedures of BuzzFeed are, would we get sued for running it? No. Okay, run it. Destroy that person's life. Destroy their reputation. Do they have $1 million to sue us over this? No. So they run a lot of garbage. But a story like this that they know is going to go viral and it's going to draw the attention of Congress, that would go through multiple layers of legal review. And it would go through the editor-in-chief, BuzzFeed Ben, or whatever his name is. I know this because I ran a story through BuzzFeed, and it was very, very strict. So, because it involved a member of Congress. So if it's a big story, they actually have real procedures. Thus, anybody outright dismissing it is just kind of hacky. Now, a lot of people have said Jason Leopold had fabricated stories in the past. This, of course, is true. BuzzFeed is getting a little defensive. See, in my mind, everybody's just going a little crazy. I'm not shaming mentally ill people, by the way. Everybody's going a little loopy on it because BuzzFeed is saying, how dare you attack the integrity of our reporter? It's like, well, bro, I mean, the guy did fabricate some stuff in the past. And the reporting relies on anonymous sourcing, and you didn't post the legal documents allegedly relied on, so you can't really throw a fit. It's just like with me, if people attack me, they go, oh, but you posted to the Pizzagate hashtag like 5 times, right? I can't like cry, be like, how dare you? How dare you bring up that I posted to a hashtag a couple of times, right? You just got to take the blows. And then your story either is confirmed or it's not. So, nuance. There's a lot of nuance. Another issue is that no other outlet has confirmed it. That's kind of a red flag. So there are green flags and there are red flags. So that's how I read this story. Me, when I read the story and it broke, the green flag is I'm like, okay, they know this is going to go big time viral. This isn't just the usual garbage where they slander people like me and say that I apparently like Assad or something. This isn't like the Huffington Post trash they publish. It's a real story. So a real story is going to actually go through proper legal editorial review. Like, okay, next thing you know, within a half an hour, Congress is saying we need to investigate based on it. So if you run a fake story and Congress is going to start subpoenaing people, you're going to get outed, and that would destroy BuzzFeed. It would be game over for BuzzFeed. It'd be over. The careers, this is the kind of story that if you blow, I don't mean in a sexual manner, people. This is the kind of story that if you blow, that's the career is over of Leopold, the Cormier guy or whatever, and BuzzFeed Ben. 3 to 5 people are getting fired if the story's fake. So you're not, if you're BuzzFeed Ben, you're not going to run something like this unless the sourcing has been meticulously confirmed, verified, looked at, etc. It's a career ender. This is the kind of story that if it isn't true, that's it. Your career is over. Peace out. So it went through lengthy review. That said, government officials have been known to feed false information to people. So it could be well-sourced but fake. Wait a minute. What does it mean to be well-sourced but fake? What does it mean to be? Here's what I mean by well-sourced but fake. If 2 feds come in and they're real people, but when I mean real guys, I mean they got the badge. They're the real deal. If 2 sources independently confirm a story, they might both be lying, but it's a well-sourced story. So a lot of what we read in the news falls in the category of well-sourced but fake. That's why people say, oh, this Washington Post article is fake. Well, it is fake in the sense that it's not true, because I know guys who have fed false stories to people to see if they'd run them. So, but if you have 2 federal agents give you the story, it's a fake story, but it's well-sourced. That's a lot of what we read today. Oh, a source told me. No, their source told them. They're not making up their sources. I mean, a few of them are. CNN, they'll say things that just aren't even in the ballpark. So they're defining. Another form of fake news is how they define sourcing. Oh, a source close to the president, and then you turn out it's like a guy who works for a guy who once had dinner with the president. So it's never like people who actually talk to him, because there aren't that many people that know real things for Trump that are actually going on. Oh, wow, Trump is doing a major announcement tomorrow. Breaking news. Trump is doing a major announcement. All right. If the BuzzFeed article is true, it's over for Trump. So if you just got here and you're one of those people, you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to spend a lot of time with me, you don't think I'm cute, maybe you don't like my hair. I just had a kid yesterday too, by the way. Look how good I look. Just had a kid yesterday. Well, my wife had the kid. You know what I mean? So if the story is true, it's over for Trump. If he's subpoena, or if he's suborned perjury to testify before Congress, that's indefensible. Like, unless you're paid by Trump, or unless your whole reputation is based on Trump, which fortunately mine isn't, unless your whole life is, unless you have to basically shine Trump's shoes to get people to watch your stuff. Fortunately, I don't have to. Maybe at one point that was true, but it hasn't been true for at least a couple of years. You're just like, okay, you suborn perjury before a person who is testifying before Congress. You just can't do that. So it's over for him if it's true. There are a number of red flags, the reporter's history, the fact that law enforcement has leaked false information before, the fact that no other outlets confirmed it. So it's like, why would you go to BuzzFeed with a story of this magnitude, right? Why wouldn't you take it to the New York Times? Why would you take it to the Washington Post? Why would you take it to BuzzFeed? Right. That's a red flag. Why would these federal, these really high level law enforcement people bring it to BuzzFeed, but not, a more prestigious publication? That said, Leopold does have a lot of sources because of his, FOIA work and everything. So anyway, I'm going to keep doing news. I'm going to keep covering news. Do you want me to continue, or are you done? Do you want me to continue? Do you want me to continue, or do you want me to go? Because I can do the news. Do you want me to give you an update? An update on the other news? Do you want me to give you an update on the other news? About, yes, if you want me to keep going. No, if you don't. Oh, great question. What does my gut say? My gut tells me it isn't true. My gut tells me that Leopold got played by a source. My gut tells me that the BuzzFeed story is well sourced, that they do have real people, and that they were deliberately given a fake story by well-placed people. So that's what my gut tells me. My gut tells me the story is well sourced, but not accurate. All right. Donald Trump. What are you up to, Donald? Let's see what Donald's up to. I will be making a major announcement. This is President Donald Trump on Twitter. I will be making a major announcement concerning the humanitarian crisis on our southern border and the shutdown tomorrow afternoon, live at 3 p.m. Live from 3 p.m. What do you think about this? Live from 3 p.m. Live at 3 p.m. Big announcement from Trump tomorrow, live at 3 p.m. If you are on YouTube, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. If you're on Periscope, tap the screen a few times. And if you're on YouTube, hit the like button and also give me an emoji. A heart, a smile, a thumbs up, I don't know, whatever you're feeling. Yeah, my collar, there's a problem with this shirt. Look, I need to get those collar stays or something like that. So the collar doesn't fold out enough for this jacket. It's actually really good. It's actually a really good look for me. People, my hair actually looks good today. What are you talking about? People are saying what's wrong with my hair? What are you talking about? You're out of your mind. I'm watching myself on video right now. My hair looks great. You kidding me? Look at that. This is like Alexander the Great hair. This would be like the kind of hair you would see from a Roman or Greek emperor, a great Greco-Roman historical figure. This is the head of hair that you would see. Yeah. So people are saying I got a kid. I do have a kid. A new one, a second daughter for those wondering. I have a new daughter. I'll show you her. She's doing great. We're on the Instagram. Do you all follow my Instagram? Pardon me. Instagram.com/Cernovich. Instagram.com/CERNOVICH. My only rule is no politics. No politics on my Instagram. So you can go to Instagram.com/CERNOVICH. Video was blurry. I got it back into focus. Maybe now you can see how great my hair is. Definitely how great my hair is. You can go to Instagram.com/CERNOVICH, but you can't talk about politics. All right, so let's go. Let's see what else is going on. Oh yeah, Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro isn't. This is. So Ben Shapiro's in trouble. I'm not a Ben Shapiro guy. Ben Shapiro, who has smeared Ali, is himself facing terrible false accusations. This is why Ben should be more honest with others. Even so, what Ben said is actually a... All right. Ben Shapiro got some trouble. Let's watch the video why Ben Shapiro got in trouble. Ben Shapiro was asked, because he's at a pro-life rally. Pro-life, anti-abortion, call it what you will, rally, and he was asked, would you kill baby Hitler? Now, this is actually a complicated ethical question. There's all these problems in moral philosophy, right? These are the complicated questions. There's the trolley problem. The trolley problem is you're on a train or you see a train, the train is running, about to hit 5 people. You can pull on a button, redirect the train, and then it'll go hit one person instead. So the trolley problem is a introduction to philosophical ethics. The idea is that you could save... Are you aware of the trolley problem? Hold on. Are you aware of the trolley problem? Right? Okay. Maybe you don't. All right. The trolley, let's find you the trolley problem. The trolley problem, here it is. It's an ethical question. Just tell me what you would do. Tell me what you would do. You see a train driving down the tracks. You have access to a lever. You can pull on the lever and redirect the train. If the train continues on its current path, it is going to slam into 5 innocent people and kill them. If you pull the lever, the train will divert. Those 5 people will not be hit, but 1 innocent person will die. Do you pull the lever? Yes or no? Do you pull the lever? Yes or no? Now, here's why this is a complicated philosophical question. And this is why journalists don't read books. There's 2 different modes of thinking. One is that Mike Cernovich or Ali Alexander or Ben Shapiro, we're only responsible for the moral choices we make. So if I do nothing and 5 people die, those deaths are not on me. But if I pull that lever and someone dies, then I've committed murder because that person has been run over. However, they would go, but is doing nothing a choice? Is not pulling the lever to kill the 1 person, but to save in aggregate 4 lives, because 5 won't die if you do. 5 will die if you do nothing. 1 will die if you do something. Therefore, 4 lives are saved. Are you choosing to not save the lives? And moreover, how do you value innocent life? Is it strictly utilitarian? Do we save the most number of people? Should our social policy be directed towards enhancing the life of a few or even many, or enhancing the life of everyone, which ties into open borders? There's a philosophical argument for open borders, which goes as follows. America is a big, rich nation. If we let in another 500 million people, all of our lives would undoubtedly decline, but those 500 million people were under such wretched conditions that their lives would improve. So on balance, there would be more human betterment, more human happiness. Do you understand? There's a real moral humanitarian argument for open borders. That's literally how it goes. If you've actually studied philosophy, thought these through, you know these are complicated issues. So the idea is open the borders, let all the poor, destitute people come in here. They'll still be poor and destitute. Those of us who aren't poor and destitute will become poor and destitute, but more people will be less destitute. That's the argument. And if you're saying, well, it's a dumb argument, well, you better have a counter argument, right? Then you better have a counter argument, because that's the fundamental thinking. Do you save the most people? And that's also illustrating the trolley problem. Do you save 4 people, but by making the moral choice of diverting the train and then killing another person? That's complicated. So this gets into Ben Shapiro. When baby Hitler was Hitler, he wasn't Hitler. And if you understand philosophy, you understand this. If you don't understand philosophy, you don't understand it. So if you're a journalist and you're not intelligent and you don't read books, you're like, well, everybody would kill baby Hitler. No, baby Hitler at the time was not baby Hitler. Identity is what you are and what you do. The baby at the time was innocent. So then the question is, do you go back in time and murder an innocent baby because the baby is innocent? Remember this. Do you go back in time and murder an innocent baby to save, however millions of people? Now, the idea that killing baby Hitler stops the Holocaust is a much more complicated question, that there could have been worse than the Holocaust. Whoever Hitler was might have been worse than Hitler. If Hitler hadn't been mentally ill, he would have listened to his generals and he would have been more effective and he could have won World War II. Most people don't know that. Most people don't know that World War II could have been won if Hitler hadn't made a few really disastrous military mistakes. Hitler was a buffoon. That's why people who celebrate Hitler, not only in terms of being evil, they're also idiot and they're not historically literate. So they like Hitler. It's like, okay, well, that makes you evil, which is what the media focuses on. Oh, they're evil. I focus more on, no, you're just a buffoon. You're a buffoon. So the person who could have been worse, there could have been somebody worse than Hitler, nobody knows. Nobody knows. That's the whole point. So let's listen to Ben Shapiro's comments.
Right. The argument, I guess, here is that would you kill baby Hitler? And the truth is that no pro-life person on earth would kill baby Hitler, right? Because baby Hitler wasn't Hitler. Adult Hitler was Hitler. Baby Hitler was a baby. Right? What you presumably want to do with baby Hitler was take baby Hitler out of baby Hitler's house and move baby Hitler into a better house where he would not grow up to be Hitler, right? That's the idea.
So again, Ben Shapiro's defending Hitler. Ben Shapiro's not defending Hitler. Ben Shapiro is not defending Hitler. Ben Shapiro is saying that at the time Hitler was a baby, the baby was not Hitler. The baby was a baby. This is a complicated philosophical question. It's a complicated moral question. You can hate Hitler, and you should. I mean, it's like, to me, that's like where we are as a culture, like the media. It's like, oh, you hate Hitler? Duh. Yes. He's evil. This is not like a complicated thing. Hitler, evil, easy question. Do you kill baby Pol Pot? Do you kill baby Stalin? Do you maybe kill, right? Those are the whole questions, right? Those are the whole questions. Why does anybody ask about killing baby Stalin? Right? Why doesn't anybody ask about baby Stalin? Good question, right? Why doesn't anyone ask about baby Stalin or baby Mao or baby Pol Pot or baby Genghis Khan? So that's the issue.
Right. The argument, I guess, here is that would you kill baby Hitler? And the truth is that no pro-life person on earth would kill baby Hitler. Right? Because baby Hitler wasn't Hitler. Adult Hitler was Hitler. Baby Hitler was a baby. Right? What you presumably want to do with baby Hitler was take baby Hitler out of baby Hitler's house and move baby Hitler into a better
house. And by the way, there's a lesson here for Ben. There's a lesson here for Ben, and I think for everyone. This shows you how they can easily take your videos out of context. People are trying to say Ben Shapiro is defending Hitler. No, he's not. So Shapiro himself has been guilty of that. Maybe by being a victim of fake news, maybe he'll be a little more sympathetic to Alex Jones. Maybe he'll be a little more sympathetic to people. There's a video clip circulating. Because Ben Shapiro is an Orthodox Jew. There's no question that he's anti-Hitler. Right? Well, Ben Shapiro learned now that video can be taken out of context in very ways that make you look just like a monster. This is another lesson here is, how about you not trust all those videos you see, maybe about Alex Jones, maybe about, a few other people. Maybe you think that through a little bit. Maybe you say, yeah, video can be selectively edited and taken, completely out of context. Maybe there's more to it. And Shapiro's taken other people out of context many times. And now he learns this is the game, bro. Not only that, but Ben is very supplicating to the liberal media. So maybe here's a lesson. Hey, Ben, all that booty smooching you've been doing, all that kissing up to the mainstream media, all that, whatever, maybe it ain't working. Maybe you ought to be real conservative. Maybe you ought to try not to maybe just realize that they're never going to like you. They're never going to accept you. It's only a matter of time before they target you. And now they finally did. All right, we're taking phone calls. Mike Cernovich, Cernovich, Cernovich.com. We are going to take phone calls. If you are on YouTube, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button and then share this video so that we can hear from the rest of the world. And if you're on Periscope, tap the screen many, many times. Share the link. Thank you, Azelle, by the way, for sharing the video. It was very nice of you. Thank you for everybody who shares the video. Is Cernovich a conservative? No, he's not. Cernovich is a populist. There's a difference. There's a difference. Okay, phone number to call in, 866-438-1487. I'll say it to you one more time. 866-438-1487. You can call me about baby Hitler. You can call me about the trolley problem. You can call me about, I don't want to gossip about Ben Shapiro because I don't. Do you ever hear me bash Ben Shapiro? I guess, too, that's kind of a difference between me and a lot of other people. Right? Because Ben will bash me. And That's fine. Everybody has the right to do what they want. But you notice I'm not into bashing people. It doesn't move the ball downfield, right? So occasionally when I get bashed, then I'll respond. But I would just rather focus on building people up, moving the ball forward. Moving the ball forward. People are saying BuzzFeed is a joke. They're the ones who came up with the fake dossier. No. I absolutely defend BuzzFeed's decision to publish the dossier. I think y'all got it twisted. Some of y'all don't want to read anything. The dossier was a newsworthy document, and the public had a right to know what everybody else was talking about. Oh, I always defended. Now they should have redacted. Some things because a lot of innocent people's names were put in there, and then they were implicated in things they had nothing to do with. So I don't approve of how they did it. I'm glad the dossier was made public. Phone number 866-438-1487. 866-438-1487. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Do what you do to share it. By the way, who has tried Gorilla Mind? GORILLAMIND.com. Guys, this is powerful stuff. I'm telling you. How is it that my wife just had a baby yesterday with me? I was there. We did a home birth, and I'm just right back at work. I don't look exhausted. Do I look beat up? I'm telling you, supplementation matters. I don't have time for people to go, oh, look, supplements. Do you drink coffee? Because I do. I got a cold brew coffee right here with coconut creamer. Coconut creamer cold brew. So I drink coffee. People go, oh, why would you not want to take products that can help people be more productive, have more focus, have more energy? GorillaMind.com. There's also a fantastic sleep aid. I don't usually have to take this often because I sleep well, but people who have trouble sleeping, the reviews are insane. People who have trouble sleeping, they're telling me this is the best they've ever taken. It's unlike anything they've ever had. And when I do take it randomly, I agree. And by the way, here's what I tell people. Go to Whole Foods and read their sleep aid, read their label, and then compare it to this. There's twice as much good stuff in here as there is in the Whole Foods stuff. You can go check it, comparison. And then, of course, there's the Gorilla Youth Serum. If you're worried about them forehead wrinkles, which I am. I'm starting to get them a little bit, actually. I ran out of serum. I need to buy some more. I ran out of some. But, if you're worried about the forehead wrinkles, you want to look cute, don't lie. I always like when people go, you're narcissistic. Don't lie. Don't lie. We all want to be cute. We all want to be cute. How do you not want to be cute? CERNOVICH wants to be cute. You can find that at GorillaMind.com. GorillaMind.com. Calls. We're taking them. Hold on. Ramsey, New Jersey. How you doing?
Hey.
Welcome.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question. I was wondering, what if BuzzFeed only has circumstantial evidence that Trump civil and perjury, but not substantial evidence?
Well, sure. Circumstantial evidence is more than enough to go forward with the story, and it's more than enough to get the attention of Congress and other people. So that'll be up to Congress and other people to get the direct evidence. But as it stands, according to the story, they don't have circumstantial evidence. According to the story, they have direct evidence. They have direct hearsay evidence. The direct evidence is Michael Cohen told law enforcement that Trump told him to lie to Congress. Now, that could be a lie, but it's still evidence. This is a common misconception, is that a lie can't be evidence. It is. It can be, but it's not credible evidence. A statement, right? A statement is evidence, even if it's a lie, because you have to figure out if it's true or not. So it's hearsay, but it is direct evidence, but it's actually based on multiple layers of hearsay. Federal law enforcement told me that Trump told Cohen. See, so it isn't even federal law enforcement told me that Trump told them. because that's one layer of hearsay, is federal law enforcement told me that Cohen told me that Trump told Cohen. You see, so if you ever take a law school evidence class, you learn how to do multiple layers of hearsay, because when you have multiple hearsay, an exception of the hearsay rule has to apply to each thing. All right. So, here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the way it goes. BuzzFeed article is direct evidence. However, it is also hearsay evidence. Reporter two sources told me what Michael Cohen told the OSC, what Trump told Cohen to do. Multiple layers of hearsay, right? Multiple layers of hearsay. So that's the way you look at it. It is direct evidence, but it's multiple layers of hearsay. Hamilton, Ohio, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, Rob?
Doing all right. It was fuzzy there.
Okay, cool. Welcome.
I wanted to talk about the trolley problem.
Yes.
Well, I typed in the text that I would pull it because inaction is a choice, but it does hinge on the absolute certainty in terms of ethics, the certainty that pulling the lever would, change the course of the trolley, that you would be able to, absolutely predict with certainty that would happen. And yeah, I'm of the opinion that nothing is completely certain in life.
Well, sure.
Absolute certainty is required for that to be an ethical stance, that inaction is a choice.
Well, that's why you have to make the problem clear. The problem has to be that all the parties are innocent, because in the real world, maybe the 5 people who are going to be run over were like serial killers, and the guy who got run over was actually going to discover the cure for cancer. And that adds another layer of complication too. And that also goes to the baby Hitler problem, which is maybe you kill baby Hitler and then whatever happens in Germany is worse than what Hitler does. You could make it worse because of chaos theory and everything else. The idea behind the trolley problem is it's just a thought experiment to test a mode of reason or reasoning. You're just trying to show people that there's a mode of thinking, a mode of ethical thinking, which is how do you define life? How do you define moral choices? How do you define what a choice is not acting a choice? And that's why you can talk about it for hours and never reach a conclusion, because somebody would say that the traditional answer, this is coming from Socrates, is it is better to suffer injustice. It is better to suffer injustice than to perpetuate it, right? It is better to suffer injustice than to perpetuate it. So under that mode of thinking, then you would not pull the lever, because now you've made a choice. You've perpetuated an injustice. You've killed someone. Whereas before, by doing nothing, you would have not killed anyone. However, the alternative to that is by not making a choice, you're making a choice not to make a choice. Now, some people would say, well, actually, refusing to make a choice isn't actually making a choice. And then you can argue, okay, is refusing to make a choice actually making a choice? And then you can argue about that. So the nature of these thought experiments are to not try to introduce something that isn't in there, right? So somebody would say, well, in your problem, that one person I run over could have cured for cancer and I made the problem worse. Like, well, no, that's not the point of it. The point of it is we're just trying to refine your thinking and help you laser in and zero in on some underlying issues. It's not making a choice, making a choice. Should you kill one innocent person to save 5 innocent people? Is that on your conscience now? Are you morally responsible for that? Or is it actually more moral to do that? How do you value the overall good of humanity? Is it the many, the few, the all? So Yeah, but in reality, yeah, of course. And in reality, you don't know what is going to happen by doing nothing. You don't know what's going to happen if you do pull the trigger, but that doesn't help us get closer to thinking about some hard problems of human existence. Make sense?
It does.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure.
Likewise. You're welcome.
Escondido, California. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Mike? It's
Well.
Morgan. Nice meeting you the other night. So I just want to get your thoughts on. It seems like this BuzzFeed article, the bombshell. But do you think this could in any way dictate Cohen's testimony to Congress that he may lie and have it be the same toward BuzzFeed just so he can cover his tracks, just to screw up Trump? What do you think about that, Mike?
Oh, sure. So, Michael, yeah, so the question is, for those of you who couldn't hear the audio, this could be an elaborate setup, 100%. And we know that Deep State has the potential to do this. What if you had two law enforcement sources tell you that this happened, and then Cohen goes to Congress, and he said, yeah, that's all true. Well, Cohen already committed felonies. They're not going to get him on any more felonies. So he could lie and go with it. So it could be a very sophisticated setup. It could be a couple federal law enforcement sources who are credible sources. Here's what could have happened. I'm not saying this did happen. I'm just telling you, here's how you want to think about the world in a layer of complexity. You're Mueller. You got nothing. You're winding down. You're angry that you have to go after people like Jerome Corsi. You say to two of your top deputies, hey, I want you to call this guy BuzzFeed, and I want you to tell him that Cohen was told by Trump to lie to Congress. I just want you to tell him that. And then your deputies go, they tell it to deputy. And then you go to Cohen and you say, hey, bro, when you testify in Congress on February 7th, you're going to tell them that Trump told you to lie to Congress. What are you going to say? No? Go to prison for the rest of your life? You're going to do what you're told. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that that would reconcile everything happening. Now, do I think that happened? No. Low probability. I think in terms of probability. I think there's a very low probability that happened. But could that have happened in another world? Sure. That's what we're talking about. It's just contingencies, possibilities. That's sort of how lawyers, that's just sort of how lawyers think about the world. Just they think about the world. All right. What else do you guys want to talk about? Let me read your comments. Let me read your comments, people. What do you want to talk about? What do you people want to talk about? Ask me anything. If you're on Facebook, by the way, hit the like button and the share button and the emojis. Give me an emoji. And if you're on YouTube, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. If you're a Periscope, tap the screen. Why does Cohen have a black eye? Yeah, why does Cohen have a black eye and his arm in a sling? That there's a lot of how do you say? Speculation. I don't want to call them conspiracy theories, but there's certainly a lot of speculation. Have you guys seen Michael Cohen had a black eye and his arm in a sling? Let me show you. We'll find the picture, guys. We'll get it for you. This is weird. And I'll read your comments too as we go along here. Michael Cohen. Here we go. From the You Can't Make It Up department The day BuzzFeed story drops, Michael Cohen is seen with his arm in a sling, sporting a black eye. So that is Daily Mail. Daily Mail's reporting on the Daily Mail's reporting on that. That is definitely weird. That is definitely weird. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Mike Cernovich, CERNOVICH.com. Huge if true. If the BuzzFeed story is true, it is over for Trump. That said, I put the story, I would say 15%. I think the story is well-sourced, but fake. Here's what I mean by that. I don't think the reporters made up the sources. I think they vetted their sources. I think they talked to real people. And I think the real people deliberately fed them disinformation to manipulate Michael Cohen's February 7th congressional testimony. However, the story could also be true. Probability just means if I were making a wager, I would take the wager at advantageous odds for the other side. So if somebody said, I bet you $1 that the story's true, I would say, okay, I'll bet you $1. But if I'm right, you only have to pay me $1.50, right? Do you know how betting odds work? Betting odds work. If you say, I bet you the BuzzFeed story's true, you can have true or false, 50-50. If we'll bet $1, I owe you $1. Even odds, it's called. Well, I would take under odds, the lower odds. I would say I think it's like 15-20% true. That'll be fully confirmed. In which case you would say, okay, I'll bet you $5, right? But if you're wrong, I only have to pay you $1 or $1.50 or $2. Makes sense? Don't gamble, people. Anyway, I don't want to make it look like I'm endorsing gambling because I'm not. A lot of people have problems with gambling. Thanks for watching. Mike Cernovich, CERNOVICH.com. Go check me out there. And also, more importantly, go follow me. No politics. We only have fun lifestyle stuff. Instagram.com. INSTAGRAM.com /CERNOVICH.